Now in Good Morning Northwest, a man shot dead in Airway Heights. Why the man who pulled the trigger said he did it.
We're setting up to see a nice day today. I'm really looking forward to a sunbreak or two, but cooler and shower activity is coming our way. We'll have the timing and the types of showers coming up.
And the battle over the southern border looked to be a bipartisan victory until now. We'll tell you what happened and where things stand this morning. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your Tuesday with us.
I'm Natalie Grant.
Oh, I'm Robin Nance.
Yes, it is Tuesday, February 6th here. That's Mark Peterson. Let's check back in with him to see how things are shaping up for today. A sunbreak, that sounds nice.
Sunbreaks, yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Partly cloudy conditions this morning, seeing a little more cloud cover starting to come in. No fog this morning in around Spokane. Winds are light, east-northeast at 6, and we're sitting at 36 degrees. 37's a normal high for this time of year, so there's a little perspective. Few sunbreaks expected today, partly cloudy at times. Slight cooling trend moving in tomorrow. Valley rain, snow mix potential, but the weekend does look to be drier and cooler yet, but we can still see some mountain snows. So temperatures across the I-90 corridor are again into the mid to upper 30s. 37 into Spirit Lake, Spangle. Cheney, you're at 36 degrees. Fairchild, one of the cool spots, at 35, along with Post Falls. So we look at the forecast radar. Variable clouds, a hint of some light shower activity coming through, won't last long. That'll continue to move out. And again, we're right on the cusp of seeing some sunshine and then more cloud cover coming in. As we look at our forecast for the day today, we are going to see 46 for the high. We are going to see those partly cloudy conditions in the noon hour to 4 o'clock. Things are looking pretty nice. This is going to be a great day, and it's Tuesday.
The man law enforcement says shot and killed someone in the Sands Mobile Home Park in Airway Heights on Sunday night will make his first court appearance today. The Sheriff's Department says the victim pepper sprayed 30-year-old Divine Bullard. Then Bullard shot him, claiming self-defense. Police arrested Bullard for 5 counts of first-degree assault. The medical examiner will release the identity of the victim at a later time.
The man accused of shooting and killing his mom's ex-boyfriend on the South Hill will be back in court this morning. 22-year-old Cody Lowe's arraignment is scheduled for 9:30. According to court documents, Lowe killed 53-year-old Willie Anderson when he found him sleeping in Lowe's apartment 2 weeks ago. Lowe told investigators he had known Anderson most of his life and that Anderson wasn't allowed in the apartment. Lowe admitted pointing a gun at Anderson and telling him to get out. Court documents say Anderson put up his hands, then Lowe closed his eyes and pulled the trigger. Lowe's mother told detectives Anderson was trying to get back together with her and that she let him into the apartment that evening.
3 weeks from tomorrow, Idaho is scheduled to execute a convicted serial killer, but a new motion filed in court could delay it. Under state law, Thomas Creech is supposed to die by death penalty on February 28th. His defense team has appealed his execution yesterday in court. The defense asked the judge to postpone the execution until the appeals had been heard. Creech is now on death row for killing at least 5 people, including a fellow inmate. He's also admitted to killing or helping to kill at least 24 people. His team will be back in court tomorrow.
An update to a story I brought you last week from the Breaking Now desk. For the first time in years, Republicans and Democrats have come up with a bipartisan plan to address the border. And tomorrow, lawmakers will hold the first procedural vote for the new border legislation. But this morning, the most sweeping border security package in decades appears to be going nowhere. In a meeting with Republicans just last night, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell reportedly recommended a no vote on tomorrow's vote, hours after McConnell advocated for the bill on the Senate floor.
And it's now time for Congress to take action on supplemental national security legislation that finally meets those challenges head on.
A bipartisan group of senators unveiling the $118 billion package that adds $20 billion to strengthen border security, hiring new officers and Border Patrol agents. It also includes a trigger mechanism that automatically shuts down the border if migrant apprehensions reach 5,000 a day. The bill also contains $60 billion for Ukraine and $14 billion for Israel. Now, the conservative Border Patrol union endorsing the deal, and its acting commissioner says it provides them with the strongest set of tools we have had in decades. But there are new doubts from lawmakers. House Speaker Mike Johnson speaking out against the bill. In November, he pushed for a bipartisan agreement. Now he's calling the deal a waste of time. President Biden with a clear message to Speaker Johnson, pay attention to what the Senate is doing.
Got a bipartisan deal all this time, and now they're starting about the border. It's out of control. Well, guess what? Everything in that bipartisan bill gives me control.
This current battle over the border leaves wartime funding for Ukraine and Israel up in the air. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now. Robin.
Thank you very much. Around the world this morning, King Charles III has been diagnosed with cancer and will take a step back from royal duties while undergoing treatment. Buckingham Palace did not specify what type it is, only that it is not prostate cancer and that it was caught early. The palace also declined to say what treatment the king will receive, but that he will continue to undertake state business and official paperwork. Some people celebrate Mardi Gras, others celebrate Mardi Bras.
Volunteers of America Eastern Washington is hosting its 7th annual Mardi Bras donation campaign for women living in poverty or experiencing homelessness. It's asking for hygiene products like deodorant and tampons. It also needs things like bras and underwear. VOA says through this donation campaign, they are able to help more than 1,000 women every year.
It all started when we realized we didn't have tampons or pads in our shelters, and people need those products, and it's not something that people think to donate.
VOA will take donations through February. You can drop off any of the items at the locations listed on your screen here, including the VOA office on West 2nd in Spokane. And we have that full list also posted on our website, KXLY.com. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:06.
Let's check in with Mark, and you're looking at the radar. We don't really have much happening right over us right now.
Not here, but if you're going to head on I-90 Ritzville and hang a left and head into the Tri-Cities, you're going to find some wet weather there, some light rain showers. Some of that moisture could come into our area about 11 o'clock today, maybe a light shower. That'd be about it. Right now, we've got a nice morning underway. Temperatures, again, into the mid-30s. Your full forecast coming up.
After a nationwide call for blood donors, we're taking a look at that need here in Spokane. We'll have more coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
And a group home for girls in foster care closes down. It's a Post Falls facility we have reported on. We have the story coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features new and upcoming MMA stars battling it out for the next big ticket fight. King of the Cage live at Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 15th.
Winning is just the beginning.
When it's time to choose the right products for your new kitchen or bathroom, Ferguson Showroom Consultants are here to help. With the expertise to navigate even the most complex projects, our team will advise you on the latest products and innovative new features. We'll take care of the details so you can make the best choices for your home. At Ferguson, your project is our priority. Visit your local Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery to shop the best selection of brands like Monogram.
Frisky's World, the perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring, always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Friskies.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. Free your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try new Mirror Fiber Gummies.
Elite Tire and Suspension, your premier tire and suspension shop, can do it all. A family business that started right here in the Northwest, building their business and your trust from the ground up. Active in the community and committed to supporting schools and youth programs in the Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint area. Elite Tire and Suspension, top-notch customer service, the best warranty in town, and easy financing. Their experienced team will keep you safe on the road with correct tires, suspension, and alignment. Call, click, or stop in anytime. Elite Tire and Suspension in Coeur d'Alene and Pend Oreille.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight.
Queen Nation, the ultimate tribute to the music of Queen, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, March 7th. Get your tickets now for the #1 ranked Queen Tribute Act.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the middle of his fifth trip to the Middle East since October 7th.
Today, Blinken is departing Cairo for Qatar. Global officials are working to ensure the Israel-Hamas war does not escalate into a wider conflict. Blinken met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on Monday to discuss regional coordination on ending the war in Gaza. On the ground, Israel's defense minister says Hamas leadership is, quote, on the run. But a spokesperson for the militant group said the fighters were still operating in all areas.
At least 122 people have died in wildfires in Chile, and we are seeing new images this morning of the devastation left behind. This is video shared on social media. It shows terrified passengers trying to escape the flames on a bus, screaming and crying as they drive through ash and smoke. The fires come as the country battles a summer heat wave. The capital, Santiago, has been sweltering through consecutive days of hot and dry temperatures.
The iconic image of the big yellow school bus might be falling to the wayside. The Washington Post reports that for the first time in history, most students in the U.S. travel to school in a private vehicle. According to the Federal Highway Administration, 53% of students in this country were either driven or drove themselves to school in a private vehicle in 2022. Analysts suggest a combination of the pandemic and a bus driver shortage may have caused the shift.
Hey, our 10-second takeaway on this Tuesday morning. A little bit of fog out there, not much. Got some cloud cover as well. So all you need is light layers, though, and maybe the sunglasses. I know we can see the sunshine. 46 the high today.
The Idaho Youth Treatment Home, plagued with accusations of abuse and neglect, poor staff training, and state investigations, has shut down. The owner of Cornerstone Cottage in Post Falls notified the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare it was closing and discharging the 5 remaining residents by January 31st. Cornerstone was the subject of an in-depth investigation by the nonprofit journalism organization Investigate West, uncovering whistleblower complaints and serious allegations. It led to an 84-page report filed with the state of Idaho. 4 News Now sat down with a former employee about their concerns with the report's release.
The biggest concern, is that a kid is going to die. We've been reading the police reports, and there have been numerous instances where it seems like by a stroke of luck, a kid didn't die.
I also sat down with the owner of the facility, and you can watch that interview in my full special report on KXLY.com and the KXLY Plus app. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:13.
It's a display of disrespect like we haven't seen before in the kennel. Fans shouting profanity and throwing trash on the court. The statement from Gonzaga's president. It's coming up a little later.
And right after the break, the need is critical. Allison Martinez live with Vitalant sharing why it's more important than ever to donate blood.
4 News Now is brought to you by Falco Spokane, your fireplace specialists.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Join Planet Fitness during the Big Fitness Energy Sale and save big. Get equipment for every workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 16th.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
Get your tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com today.
Hi, I'm Shane Goff, and I wasn't born a Wendell, but I believe in the Wendell way. That's why I've dedicated 30 years to Wendell Motors.
I'm Kristen Goff, and I am a Wendell. Our dealership has been in business for nearly 80 years.
Because at Wendell, it's not about me, the famous Mr. Wendell, Kristen, or even our kids. It's about the we and developing the Wendell way, with the goal of creating the most trusted local dealership in the region.
The Wendell name is much bigger than me. It's about the we. It's built into our culture.
Wendell's commitment is evident by providing what's best for our customers, our employees, and our community. It's paved the way for us to be one of the last local dealerships standing.
When you're thinking about where to buy your next vehicle, let Wendell earn your business.
We'll be sure to take care of you before and after the sale, for generations to come.
We are Wendell, locally and family owned, where you can drive for generations.
BECU would like to congratulate Northeast Youth Center grant recipient of the People Helping People Award in Spokane.
Northeast Youth Center
serves as a way for families, single parents, to be able to work. Our mission is to take care of their children for them so they can take care of their families. We have a variety of different children with a variety of different behaviors here. That generous grant from BECU will help us to be able to sustain all the activities that we do here.
Culligan, the water wizard of Oz.
Join Planet Fitness during the Big Fitness Energy Sale and save big. Get equipment for every workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 16th.
6:16 on the nose. Right now, the U.S. has the lowest number of people giving blood in the last 20 years.
During the winter months, even a small lull in donations can have dramatic effects on patients. Vitalant is encouraging people to give now more than ever. Allison Martinez is live from the Spokane location this morning to share how you can be a part of the solution. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. I'm here on the donor floor at Vitalant. Now, this morning we're talking with Jennifer, who is the regional director here at Vitalant. Now, Jennifer, you are such a dedicated advocate for blood donations. Tell me your story.
Well, it's personal for me, so it is a priority, and I do care deeply, and I'm very passionate about what we do here because my son had a blood cancer, leukemia, and he used 101 units of blood in his fight and in his journey, and it was, for me, deeply personal when I had only been here 6 months and my son began getting sick and we couldn't figure it out, and I brought him to the doctor multiple times and they didn't recognize that it was that he had cancer. And it was actually when I spoke to our medical director here at the time about his symptoms that he alerted me that he believed my son had cancer, leukemia specifically. And so that very day we went and had his blood tested, and sure enough, he was really in terrible condition. And what people don't realize is blood is medicine, and his first medicine that he received was actually a platelet donation. He had a transfusion of platelets, and his numbers were incredibly low and scary. He had what looked like bruises all over him. We really we're so fortunate that, our medical director was able to point us in that direction. And those are the kinds of things that happen here in this, in our blood center and for our community. That very day, by that night, we entered into Sacred Heart Children's Hospital, and that was just a couple of days after he graduated 8th grade. He didn't leave the hospital until the holidays. So his leukemia was a rare form for children, and the rounds of chemo were one after the other. And during that journey, he was using blood the whole time, because what was happening is his cells, the chemo just blows through their cells. Mm-hmm. And so they have to continuously get blood to replenish their bodies so that they can stay on that fight and be healthy. And so when your loved one gets a blood donation and a transfusion, what happens is they go from being very lethargic, gray, sickly, to having more energy, and that pink returns to their face. And it's such a joy for you as a parent to see that your child can at least continue on with that more than difficult fight of chemo.
Such a powerful story and message. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing that with us this morning. Now, we'll have more information on how you can donate on our website. This is Allison Martinez for News Now.
Yeah, it just shows how far that blood can really go.
Yeah, and all the impacts. Hey, weather always impactful for us this morning, or at least we have to keep our eye on what is impactful.
Yesterday was annoying. It was just that light drizzle.
Yeah.
Speaking of drizzle, can I bring something up real quick?
Please do.
Raising money yesterday for Giving Back Spokane, Rick Clark's at a grocery outlet, and I came upon the Cookie Pop Popcorn Oreo bag.
Cookie? So it's popcorn and cookies.
Popcorn and Oreo cookies.
Like specifically flavored.
Specifically, it's here, and it's low sodium.
Okay, thank goodness. Did you try it?
We're going to open it up.
Did you try it already?
I did.
Okay.
I had half a bag.
And we're not going to comment the fact that
we're
not going to make comments to the fact that it's got ghosts on it from Halloween.
It's good through the summer. I checked the date.
Oh, boy.
And so here is said photo. We'll see what happens. We'll get an update coming up. All right. Anyway, you raised, I think, over $1,300 in a couple of hours, and it goes to a great cause. All right. 46 for the high today. Clouds, mild sun breaks. Could be nice tonight. Temperatures down to 34. Little patchy fog out there tonight. Saw a little bit of it this morning over into Coeur d'Alene. So we look at what's going on into the Pacific Northwest. We have a little bit of energy here, but the majority of it is going through, again, the national story, the 100-year storm through Southern California. Potentially a 1,000-year storm, they're calling it. We'll have more on that coming up. So we look at our forecast today, and we are looking at that hint, that 20% chance of showers. Today, about 11 o'clock, this continues to make its way through. We're relatively dry. For Wednesday, we're going to see more wraparound, but it's going to be mountain snows on Wednesday. And then we're going to see the potential for Thursday with snow or rain snow mix for us as that snow level continues to fall. And then Friday morning, we could see an inch potentially, and then it moves out quickly, and the weekend really looks pretty good. We look at our highs today. We're going to be into the mid-40s, 53 into Lewiston. They're actually trying it. I give 45 into Grand Coulee, Coeur d'Alene, 43 into Sandpoint. Let's get to the planning forecast. Plan on cooler weather, temperatures around 40 degrees Wednesday, Thursday, upper 30s all the way through the weekend. Looks to be dry, cool, but look at the overnight lows. That's when it gets, again, down to average with temperatures into the mid-20s and that potential for seeing a little bit of energy there. I have to ask.
Yeah?
Now I'm just popping over.
Yeah,
popping. What do you think?
I think it needs the salt.
She's missing it. Yeah, I can understand why that's dangerous, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tastes like cereal or something. Like, I can't place it, but it's interesting.
Popcorn is a healthy option. This popcorn has a bit of a push to it.
Oh, my little fun popcorn.
I'm done. Thank you for the experiment.
Thanks for making it interesting.
Good breakfast.
It's 6:22.
In the world of college basketball, we've had local representation on the national stage now for many years. Yeah, take that away, Mark. And this year should be no different. However, it may not be the team you're used to seeing. We'll tell you more as the race to March continues next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Remember that cold snap in January? You could be feeling it now with your energy bill. I'm Derek Dice from 4 News Now. There's a 5-month wait to get an energy audit from Avista, but I'm getting you that money-saving information now. Watch my home energy audit Thursday on Good Morning Northwest.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen, yeah.
Try dietary supplements from Voltaren for healthy joints.
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? On the prairie? On a mountaintop? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bathfitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bathfitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
We're almost a week into February, which means March is right around the corner, and the race to earn NCAA tournament bids is on. For the Washington State Cougars, they're looking to make it in for the first time in 16 years. Over the weekend, they defeated rival Washington in overtime to improve to 16-6 on the season, and now sit tied for second in the Pac-12 standings, while they are only receiving 6 votes in the latest AP poll. ESPN Bracketology has them as one of the last 4 teams in the tournament. Cougs will now travel down to Corvallis to take on Oregon State on Thursday. As for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, they are a team trending downward. After their latest loss to St. Mary's, they have almost completely fallen out of the tournament race. They only received 2 votes in the AP poll, and they are not listed on the bubble at all. The Bulldogs have a difficult week upcoming with a matchup against Portland on Wednesday. Then they're going to travel down to Lexington to take on number 17 Kentucky on Saturday afternoon. As for the Gonzaga women, they just continue to dominate the WCC. Their latest victory was a 65-point win against Pacific on Saturday afternoon to improve to 22-2 and extend their win streak to 16 games. But the reward for it all? Nothing. They still sit at number 19 in the polls. They will have to be a number 4 seed or better in the tournament if they want to be hosting games in Spokane. Now, with 7 games left in the regular season, the Bulldogs have already gotten a 2-game lead in the WCC standings, and no one should give them a whole lot of fits the rest of the way. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Yeah, go Zags. And this on the flip side, Gonzaga is looking to hold people responsible for throwing garbage on the court during Saturday's men's game loss to St. Mary's. The university says fans also yelled profanity towards St. Mary's players following some controversial calls from the refs. University President Thane McCullough released a statement reading in part, Saturday's inappropriate conduct was quite simply unacceptable. He goes on to say the athletics department is currently coordinating with our colleagues in student affairs to address students who interfered with play and negatively affected the experience of others.
And if you're counting down the days to the Super Bowl, it's coming up this weekend, and hosting a Super Bowl party could be costly. The National Retail Federation says the total Super Bowl spending for food, drinks, apparel, and decorations is expected to reach a record $17 billion. That averages out to about $86 per person, which is a lot.
It sure is. I want to go to your party.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't come to mine, because I'm not giving you $86 worth of stuff. It is now 6:27.
A once in a 1,000 years storm is slamming California, prompting mudslides, fallen trees, and dangerous flooding. After the break, Sydney Charles has a look at the extent of damage.
Plus, the Washington legislative session is in full swing. Which bills are seeing success and which ones are not even making it out of committee when we come back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
When it's time to choose the right products for your new kitchen or bathroom, Ferguson Showroom Consultants are here to help. With the expertise to navigate even the most complex projects, our team will advise you on the latest products and innovative new features. We'll take care of the details so you can make the best choices for your home. At Ferguson, your project is our priority. Visit your local Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery to shop the best selection of brands like Monogram.
Okay, guys, have a great day. Don't forget you have soccer after school. Bye, Mom.
See our huge selection of Highlanders built for everyday drivers at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
When I heard about Northern Quest's $60,000 Lucky Leap Day giveaway with a chance to leap your way to $30K, I was like, what? Then I found out it's only for humans, and now I'm all like, yeah.
The $60,000 Lucky Leap Day giveaway at Northern Quest. Play daily to enter for a shot at the $30,000 grand prize drawing on February 29th. Details at northernquest.com.
From 4 News Now, This is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker following the stories people are reading about online this morning. And popular on KXLY.com, another $15 million is on the way to the Spokane International Airport to help expand the Sea Concourse Terminal. That $150 million expansion project includes more ticket counters, gates, and a modernization of the facility. You can read more about the project by finding this story on KXLY.com.
And if you're hoping to go to space here soon, you might want to put it on hold. Space tourism flights are off for the moment at Virgin Galactic. During its latest flight, a small part detached from a vehicle. The company says the loss of the alignment pin didn't impact safety, but it promises to work alongside the FAA to review the issue. The company hopes to launch again in the spring. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Tuesday, February 6th. Let's check in with Mark in our first alert forecast. Has some wet roads out there.
Yeah, some wet roads, wet parking lots, but none of it is freezing because we're into the mid to upper 30s all over the place. Partly cloudy conditions sitting at 36. We're going to see more cloud cover come in for the morning hours. Here's a look at the 4 things you need to know. A few sun breaks certainly later on today. Slight cooling trend coming in starting tomorrow. Valley rain snow mix potential, but the weekend looks to be drier and a touch cooler. Right now we're sitting, again, as we talked about, the mid to upper 30s, 37 into the Valley, Deer Park, 36 into Hayden and Post Falls, also into Coeur d'Alene. We look at what we can see with the forecast radar, and we really look for that potential for a few scattered showers mid-morning. Not going to last long. That's going to continue to make its way north, and then we'll have variable clouds with some breaks this afternoon. Looking for highs today into the mid-40s, 46 degrees to be specific.
A deadly storm hitting the West Coast, being described as a once-in-a-thousand-years event. This storm system tied to the El Nino climate pattern has been wreaking havoc, causing more than 1 million power outages.
More than a foot of rain has fallen in parts of Los Angeles, triggering mudslides up and down California. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk this morning to bring us the latest information. Sydney, what are we learning?
Well, Natalie, this morning we're getting new video showing the extent of the damage. Take a look. Left behind by this epic storm. A massive cleanup effort is set to begin in California today following a days-long storm that packed historic rainfall and rare hurricane-force winds, leaving a deadly trail of destruction. At least 3 people in Northern California have been killed by falling trees. North of Santa Cruz, this woman narrowly avoiding disaster, a tree falling onto the roof of her car. The vehicle was damaged, but she is okay. Farther south, parts of Los Angeles getting 12 inches of rain, more than a month's worth in 24 hours. More than a dozen people had to be rescued there. Now the mudslides devastating. Dozens of buildings damaged or destroyed, cars left buried in the mud, and entire homes washed away.
So many slides in the hills around Los Angeles, but this is by far the worst. This home being pushed off its property onto this roadway, everything inside exploding out of it and sliding down this hill, including this piano.
Now, through all the devastation, a heartwarming rescue. This man jumping into the LA River to save his dog. Firefighters pulling him into a helicopter and later finding his dog downstream. Both are now safe. President Biden called into a news conference with LA Mayor Karen Bass, saying help will be on the way as soon as the city requests it. Officials are calling it one of the wettest storms since record keeping began in the 1870s. Now, my family has been sending me videos and photos of what they're having to deal with over there, which has been a lot of rain and really intense wind. More rain is expected today, but it won't be as heavy. Still, with the ground so saturated, officials are warning of more mudslides. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Sydney. Well, we now know the name of a toddler killed in Northwest Spokane last Wednesday. 3-year-old Wesley Brinson Studebaker died in a home near Ash and Central. Police were not able to save his life. In Las Vegas, police arrested 38-year-old John Jones for second-degree murder in connection with the little boy's death. Jones just waived his right to extradition, which means Spokane police have 30 days to bring him back to the inland Northwest to face charges.
New information about one of the 2 people charged with the death of an 8-year-old adopted girl in Airway Heights. Mandy Miller is facing second-degree murder charges. In court yesterday, a judge set her trial date for September 30th. Now, both the prosecution and her defense attorney agreed they had a lengthy witness list they needed to make contact with between now and then. Miller and her partner, Alexander Komoyarov, were arrested in December in 2022 in South Dakota when police found the 8-year-old's body in the back of a U-Haul trailer. Now, prior to the girl's death, there had been documented trips to the home by CPS and allegations of abuse.
A bill that would update Washington's hate crime laws is one step closer to the governor's desk. The bill made it out of the Senate Friday with a 35-14 vote. In Washington, an act of vandalism can only be seen as a hate crime if it is done to a person or a person's property. That means those responsible for vandalizing the rainbow sidewalks in Spokane last fall would not be charged with a hate crime because it was on public property. But this bill aims to close that loophole. It now heads to the House for consideration.
A bill that would have banned the use of gas-powered equipment like lawnmowers and chainsaws failed to make it out of committee. According to the failed bill, gas and diesel outdoor tools emit air pollutants that could add to climate change and impact our health. Critics called the bill unrealistic, saying electric tools are still not as efficient as gas-powered versions. Another bill that failed to make it out of committee is House Bill 6064. That's the bill that would have limited pet deposits to less than $150. Many property owners were against that bill because they see extensive pet damages all the time. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:36.
Mark is back, and we're talking about what you can expect as you get your kids out the door this morning.
Just some light fog, none of that really, impacting travel. But temperatures into the mid-30s, which is a mild start for this time of year. There's going to be hoodies abounding with those young ones. Just make sure they come home today. We do have a fairly clear sky downtown. Things are looking good. We're going to have a full check of your forecast coming up.
Washington kindergartners are setting readiness records. How our local districts stack up to the state average. As we go to break, your first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, could this be the biggest Super Bowl ads battle of all time?
I'm having a blast.
This year, we're seeing a lot of big mainstay brands finally come off the sidelines and into the game.
With a potentially record-setting audience, 2 incredibly popular teams, and the Taylor Swift factor.
It's the ultimate 3-ring circus for advertisers between the game itself, the megastar halftime show, and Usher, and all that Taylor Swift brings to the table is like nothing else.
And at as much as $7 million per 30-second ad, every moment counts.
It seems each year the advertisers are getting their money's worth and more.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this Super Bowl ad battle royale. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
Okay.
Kate made progress with her mental health, but her medication caused unintentional movements in her face, hands, and feet called tardive dyskinesia, or TD. So her doctor prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily TD treatment for adults. Austedo XR significantly reduced Kate's TD movements. Some people saw a response as early as 2 weeks. With Austedo XR, Kate can stay on her mental health meds.
Oh, hi, buddy. Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take if you have liver problems, are taking reserpine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
Ask your doctor for Austedo XR.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox is back at the Fox Theater on February 12th, 2024 on their 10th anniversary tour. Postmodern Jukebox, a mix of 1920s jazz, swing, doo-wop, and Motown. Tickets at foxtheaterspokane.org.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology. So I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
YWCA's 42nd Women of Achievement Luncheon is March 15th at the Convention Center. We will be celebrating 8 amazing Women of Achievement and the WISE 121 years of service in Spokane. Visit ywcaspokane.org for tickets.
For a limited time, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today to get started.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox is back at the Fox Theater on February 12th, 2024 on their 10th anniversary tour. Postmodern Jukebox, a mix of 1920s jazz, swing, doo-wop, and Motown. Tickets at foxtheaterspokane.org.
The time is now 6:41. In Washington, new data now shows a record number of kindergartners show readiness in cognitive literacy and their math skills.
In the fall of 2023, 52.5% of kindergartners showed readiness in all of these skills. That's a 4% increase. Students in the Central Valley School District have an even higher rate of kindergarten readiness than the state average. But coming out of the pandemic, the district says it still has a long way to go. One thing helping is focusing on children's emotional growth just as much as educational growth. This year, Central Valley says it's seen its kindergartners grow their social, emotional, math, and reading scores up to 61.1%, much higher than the state's average. Learning foundational skills like speaking plays a big role in that growth.
We all know that developmentally, if a child isn't ready socially and emotionally to learn, they're really going to struggle with those math, reading, and writing goals as they get ready to go to kindergarten. So we really concentrate on that social and emotional growth.
A lot of these skills extend further than just math and reading. There's self-help skills like being able to stand in a line, learning how to keep their backpacks on or take their jackets off. But some local school districts are behind the state average. Only 39.2% of Spokane Public School kindergartners are exhibiting that readiness.
I hope you're having a great start to the day. Here's a look at the 10-second takeaway. Yeah, a little bit of light fog out there, nothing like what we've seen. We're going to see clouds through the day, but some sun breaks as well. You'll need a light layer. 46 the high today.
Your time is now 6:42, just about 6:43.
Allison Martinez is live this morning at Vitalant for us, showing how you can help give back.
February is Healthy Heart Month, and we're sharing how you can contribute in a big way coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, your family-owned fireplace and stove experts. Andy's team specializes in heat and glow fireplace installation and service, ensuring the best heat and ambience for your home. Andy's Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, your trusted experts since 1972.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP, and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Feeling Claritin Clear is like...
Is she?
Playing with the confidence of a pro and getting all up in that grass as if she doesn't have allergies. Yeah.
Nice.
There's some things that work better together. Like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing. Across all your benefits and savings options, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
They really know how to put 2 and 2 together. Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
70 years ago,
is a pretty great way to start a speech. But if it's also the same age as your furniture, it might be time for a home refresh during the President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and check out special purchases while they last. Plus 6 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The President's Day Super Sale on now at Furniture Row.
This or that, this or that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this because Angie's where it's at.
Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Get started today at Angie.com.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andy's priority. From installation to repair and even preventative maintenance. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972. 4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
February is Heart Health Month. For the next few weeks, Vitalant will be offering a mini physical for people who go and donate blood.
And the need for donations is high right now. The American Red Cross has declared an emergency blood shortage. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez live at Vitalant to share how you can donate this month.
Good morning to you both. I'm here at Vitalant this morning. Now, by donating blood, you're playing a huge role in contributing to the health of others. But during the month of February, when you donate, you can also get a mini physical to check in on your own health as well. Now, this morning, we're here live at Vitalant. Now, tell me a little bit about what people can expect this month when they donate.
So when you come in to donate, we want to make sure that you're healthy and well. And by and large, our donors pretty much are, or they wouldn't be coming in. It's a condition of being healthy and well that month or that morning. And we do a mini physical where we get your blood pressure, your pulse, your temperature, and we check your hemoglobin, which has an iron component to it. We want to make sure that our donors are healthy and well. We care deeply about them, as well as our patients, to ensure we aren't transferring any illnesses that day. So please make sure that when you come in, one of the first questions we ask you, are you healthy and well today? And then we always go ahead with that mini physical. You'll fill out a questionnaire, come in, do your mini physical. Once we clear you and you're ready to go, you go out to the chair, and we have amazing staff here. We'll take great care of you.
Great. Well, and Jennifer, you were saying that 15% of blood donations go to heart patients. So just a great way to contribute this month. And we'll have more information on how you can donate on our website, KXLY.com. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This is Allison Martinez for News Now.
It's like a 2-for-1 deal there.
It really is so important. So please, if you're even thinking about it, get out there and do it. Here's your live look this morning. We do not have that low fog, low clouds hanging out right now, right here anyway.
No, if you're thinking of going outside, just go do it. No.
Now go.
Things are looking pretty good.
What I'm telling you.
Yeah. Temperatures are pretty mild, really, statewide. 34 into Ritzville. We're at 36. Normally, we'd be in the mid-20s this time of year, so yes, we're above average. We'll be about 10 degrees above average today with 46 for the high. It's going to be clouds, mild, some sun breaks out there. Look for the potential for patchy fog tomorrow with temperatures down to 34 degrees. As we look at our forecast radar, at 10, 11, 12 o'clock, somewhere in there, we're going to see the potential for some light, that drizzle again that we've seen. And then it's going to be variable throughout Wednesday. We're going to have those temperatures cool enough and enough energy and moisture that we could see some mountain snows. We're going to continue to see that roll through. Thursday afternoon, rain-snow mix for us and snow into the mountains. And then Friday, it looks like potentially maybe an inch. We're keeping track of that. That one is really questionable, but we're going to keep an eye. And then over the weekend, we do dry out, and we're going to be a little cooler. Temperatures today into the mid-40s, 48 into Pullman, 45 Ritzville, 45 into Moses Lake. That planning forecast. All right, cooler weather tomorrow. We get a little more unsettled. We are going to see that chance of showers, 41 for the high, 40 on Thursday. Now we're in the upper 30s, so tracking to those normal temperatures. Also overnight temperatures into the mid to upper 20s. Saturday looking partly cloudy on Sunday, but it's really Wednesday, Thursday, Friday where we're going to see that energy come through, that potential for rain or rain-snow mix, snow level all the way to the valley floor. And Friday looks to be a potential for some light snow on the Friday morning commute. Been a while.
I was going to say, I
about 3
remember
weeks.
what that's like to have snow
so we'll
out there.
see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it for you.
Of course we will. All right, Mark, thanks. It's now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest on this Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen.
When it's time to replace that old furnace or water heater, your choice of contractor is obvious. Give the experts at Bill's Heating and Air a call. We offer same-day estimates, free second opinions, and a lowest price guarantee. And there's never been a better time to upgrade, because now we're offering financing as low as 0% for 60 months. You heard that right. 5 years with no interest. So call the area's largest and most trusted HVAC contractor today, before this amazing offer expires.
Anything else?
Yeah, can I get some napkins, please?
Sure. That'll be $1.
For a napkin?
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it. I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
When Caroline has a cough, she takes Robitussin, so she can have those one-on-ones again.
Hey, Jim. Can we talk about Casual Fridays?
Oh, sure. What's up? Get fast, powerful cough relief with Robitussin and find your voice.
Robitussin. Remember that cold snap in January? You could be feeling it now with your energy bill. I'm Derek Dice from 4 News Now. There's a 5-month wait to get an energy audit from Avista, but I'm getting you that money-saving information now. Watch my home energy audit Thursday on Good Morning Northwest.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time is now 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
U.S. lawmakers set to vote on a border security bill. Sydney Charles has the details.
Mark Peterson has your forecast on a sunny and cloudy day ahead.
And Allison Martinez live at Vitalant Spokane, one of the Spokane locations, sharing why it's more important than ever to donate blood.
But first, the man law enforcement say shot and killed someone at the Sands Mobile Home Park in Airway Heights Sunday will now make his first court appearance today. The Sheriff's Department says the victim pepper sprayed 30-year-old Divine Bullard. Then Bullard shot him, claiming self-defense. Police arrested him for 5 counts of first-degree assault. The medical examiner will release the identity of the victim at a later time.
The man accused of shooting and killing his mom's ex-boyfriend on the South Hill will be back in court this morning. 22-year-old Cody Lowe's arraignment is scheduled for 9:30. According to court documents, Lowe killed a 53-year-old Willie Anderson when he found him sleeping in Lowe's apartment 2 weeks ago. Lowe told investigators he had known Anderson most of his life, and Anderson was not allowed in the apartment. Lowe admitted to pointing a gun at Anderson, telling him to get out. Court documents say that Anderson put up his hands, but Lowe closed his eyes and pulled the trigger. Lowe's mother told detectives Anderson was trying to get back together with her and that she let him into the apartment that evening.
We now know the name of the toddler who was killed in Northwest Spokane last Wednesday. 3-year-old Wesley Brenston Studebaker died at a home near Ashen Central. Police were unable to save his life. In Las Vegas, police arrested 30-year-old John Jones for second-degree murder in connection with the boy's death.
As we look at our First Alert weather, and the First Alert weather app is free and available in the App Store, by the way. We're well above average right now. Current conditions, 37 downtown, officially 36. 9 Miles, 38 degrees. We look at what we can expect for, again, that forecast radar, and it's going to be 10, 11 o'clock. We could see some light rain showers. Wouldn't last very long, and then it all moves out. We look at our day today into the mid-40s with sun and clouds later on this afternoon.
3 weeks from tomorrow, Idaho is scheduled to execute a convicted serial killer, but a new motion filed in court could delay it. Under state law, Thomas Creech is supposed to die by death penalty February 28th. His defense team has appealed the execution. Yesterday in court, the defense asked a judge to postpone the execution until the appeals had been heard. Creech is on death row for killing at least 5 people, including a fellow inmate.
New information about one of the 2 people charged with the death of an 8-year-old adopted girl in Airway Heights. Mandy Miller is facing second-degree murder charges in court yesterday. A judge set her trial date for September 30th. Both the prosecution and her defense attorney agreed they had a lengthy witness list they needed to make contact with between now and then. Miller and her partner, Alexander Kermoyarov, were arrested in December of 2022 in South Dakota when police found the 8-year-old's body in the back of a U-Haul trailer. Prior to the girl's death, there had been documented trips to the home by CPS and allegations of abuse.
For the first time in years, Republicans and Democrats have come up with a bipartisan plan to address the border. Now, tomorrow, lawmakers will hold the first procedural vote for the new border legislation. A bipartisan group of senators unveiling the $118 billion package that adds $20 billion to strengthen border security, hiring new officers and Border Patrol agents. It also includes a trigger mechanism that automatically shuts down the border if migrant apprehensions reach 5,000 a day. The bill also contains $60 billion for Ukraine and $14 billion for Israel. More details about the security funding ahead of tomorrow's vote is coming up next on Good Morning America.
Around the world, King Charles III has been diagnosed with cancer and will take a step back from royal duties while undergoing treatment. Buckingham Palace did not specify what type of cancer it is, only that it is not prostate cancer and that it was caught early.
A bill that would update Washington's hate crime laws is one step closer to the governor's desk. The bill made it out of the Senate Friday with a 35-14 vote. In Washington, an act of vandalism can only be seen as a hate crime if it's done to a person or a person's property. Now it heads to the House for consideration.
Right now, there is an urgent nationwide push for blood donations. This morning, we were live with Vitalant in Spokane to share that need on a local level. February is Heart Health Month, and by donating blood this month, you can contribute to the health of others while also checking in on your own health. With each donation, you'll receive a mini physical. More information is on our website.
Morning America. Live coverage on the record rain pummeling the West Coast with life-threatening floods and dangerous mudslides. And we will have a final check of our weather coming up with Mark Peterson after this quick commercial break. Stick around.